Ladies, gentlemen, everyone out there, this is a big, big moment in time. This is one of those days you rarely get, in my view. And I think you know what I'm speaking of here. It's the gold and silver and the ratio. Today we had the CPI print, excuse me. It seems like it was the final, straw on the camel's back that finally broke that ratio. I'm not going to hype anything, but there are sometimes you get the opportunity, and they come very rarely, and this is one of them. And I think we should just look at the beautiful ratio finally. Finally. Because again, if you don't know the gold to silver ratio, really quickly here, we want this one to go down, because the more it goes down, the more in a precious bull market we are. And not to go into a lot of history, let's remove the drawings. I will do a lot of updates today because it's a big day. So yeah, no matter, very briefly, this was the 2020 top, the March 2020 madness. And then we had this huge move down in favor of silver, therefore also gold going up, but silver going up more. We have here 3 years roughly worth of sideways action. And no matter how I drew or is going to draw this trend line here connecting the lows, it's a breakout to the downside. I cannot find, a way to not having this being a breakdown, right? You can do it multiple ways. If you add, then you've already broken down. I can't find any connections over here where I cannot verify that we have broken down. The gold to silver ratio has broken down. Beautiful. So what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? It means, as you can see, the miners are reacting heavily to this. But what is the next target for the ratio? In my view, this is the beginning of the third wave down. It will be very large given the duration of the grinding here. The next obvious target is roughly, as you know, the triangle high right there. It's not like a triangle, but it is the high or the low in the formation. So that's when we pivoted. That's roughly 66, 65, 66. Meaning if and when we get there, I think it's definitely when we get there, we should see a little bit of a bounce, and then we will roll over again. But that means very shortly, I think it could be, during the summer here, within a few months time, you can see when it moves, it collapses. Just like over here, same setup, right? The peak, move down, the grinding, collapse. Peak, move down, grinding, large. It's a large move, also in duration, but it is the same in my view. And yeah, going down to roughly 66, let's call it 65 here. I think at that point in time, silver will be at, I don't think I will mention any numbers other than because that is a bit tricky. But again, being down here, I think we are between, I'm going to do it anyway, 40 and 50. Yeah, 40 and 50. So then you can have, like, let's call it 50 multiplied by roughly 60. That's $3,000 gold also. When we get there, you can see here, what is that, guys? You know what it is. You know what it is. Boom, there it is. So as mentioned, when we get there, we will bounce. Obviously, it's massive support, so we will bounce. Let's see how high we go. But I do think ultimately we will roll over. We will have that little fourth, wiggle, and then go down. Again, we break on the fourth. Excuse me, we break on the fourth often. We can do the measured move. I haven't done that in a while, actually. But you can see here, we are actually, if we go all the way down there, we are actually more or less hitting the 2011 low in the ratio, all over here. So that's roughly, in 2000 and I don't know, 26, 27, we will be at a 30-to-1 ratio in silver and gold. Also, I think I've been showing you this before a few times. If we take the high from the peak to the move down to the top there, you can see it, the 1.618 FIB extension move. So that number is based on the momentum and the pullback from this formation up there, points head on, straight on to that low right there. I mean, it's basically dead on. Beautiful alignment. Also, even more, you can see the 2.618 points exactly, more or less, actually exactly to 15-to-1, which was the 1980 low right there. And yes, even more. I'm not going to hype it, but it is a big day. So I will just show the FIBs here that I think could be reached within 6 years or so. But again, it could be faster this time around. I don't know. Timing, very difficult. Also, we have the 3.618 is 7-to-1 gold to silver ratio. And Keith Neumeyer from First Majestic. Yes, he says that he's digging up 7 ounces of gold. 7 ounces of silver per ounce of gold. The alignment, to me, as a guy who really likes when the setups are perfect, that's when I scale in the most, when I have a perfect setup. No, the lines are perfectly connected. I like it a lot here. Okay, this was actually a bit of a dive into the gold to silver ratio. So let's look at silver, let's look at gold, also platinum, and then I'll end the video here and go on to the stocks here. I don't want to have it in one big, 1 hour long video. I want to have it split it up so you can pick and choose basically. Commodities, silver. I have no words. It's fantastic here. We are very, very, very close to 30. And I mentioned a few times, I think when we break that trend line, it will be when we are also breaking 30. I will call that pretty damn close to the 30. And yeah, we have to zoom out now. We have to go bigger. Again, here you can imagine what happens when we break it there. Do you think the shorts will be in big trouble here? You can bet your bibbies they are 30. Again, from a charting perspective, after we actually broke here, getting above 26, there has been no reason to be short silver. Absolutely none whatsoever. We did have some scare here that potentially the shorts could gain control, but again, we broke to the upside. We retested at 26, and now we are at 30 almost. It's incredible. Again, getting above 30, you will see those spikes. You will see the shorts will have to cover, and we can have those 10% days. Why? You can see over here, this was kind of similar, right? We're getting above that roughly 20 here. And ever since we broke, it's basically a one-way street. And I think we are at that point in time again where, we have to go all the way over here. When we break, that's go time. It's beautiful. It's lovely. And yeah, the miners we will look into in a different video after this one here. I can see the chat here. I just wrote to some of you guys in chat. I can see Lucas there bought Defines Silver Corporation, I think it is, like half a year ago. That was the bottom of that major falling fractal there into support. Beautiful. I added it there. I actually had a position where I was underwater, but I added into it, and I wish I would have bought more because it's up 400% ever since. Gold here, again, I personally would have preferred the bull flag to be a bit longer to test that 2,222 and then break. But hey, I'll take it. It's fine. It's absolutely fine here. We should maybe touch a bit here on the Dixie. Again, getting below you know, the 104.5. Very, very nasty candle there. The Dixie is under a bit of pressure. It still has some bullish side to it. It's not, you know, all bearish yet. But if we get below, mark my words, I say this rarely. If we get below, roughly here, let's call it 103.2-ish, you know, 103-ish, then in my book, it is game over is a big word, but we are going for a lot more downside in the Dixie, which is tailwind, obviously, for gold and silver. Last but not least, we will quickly look into platinum. Oh, also a beauty here. I shared this with Andy also, and I think we have broken the long-term parallel here. It goes 15 years back. And now look at that, boys and girls. We are at the neckline, about to break, you know, that 1,050, 1,080, maybe 1,100. That's when things happen. And platinum has the measured move to 1,500 and a half, 1,550, my bad. But I think longer term, yes, we are going higher. But this is a major 15-year breakout confirmation for platinum as well. I think I posted it. Yeah, I did today, actually. I posted some setups for platinum. Again, if you have questions with them, let me know. I'll happily answer. I think at some point in time, I want to do, again, time is my biggest enemy right now. I really wish I had like 2 or 3 more hours during the day. I want to make some sort of members, you know, what's it called? Like a live session, you know, where we can maybe talk, or you can write to me in some sort of way. I have no idea how to do it. Like I did on YouTube, you know, asking questions in the chat. Maybe we can use YouTube and you get the I don't know. We shall see. But again here, let's look at it before I will cut you off. The gold to silver ratio, no matter how I draw it, this is my preferred one. You have seen it before. We have this kind of rail here where we have the ultimate, you know, outlier there, and then we connected all the lows there all the way up, and we are below the rail. If I add on a lot of moving averages, you know, the 50, the 100, and 200, they are right here, collapsing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Bollinger Band, we have expansion. It's great, guys. It's good. I will do the videos for the miners. Cheers. Bye.